India, the land of ancient civilizations, mind-blowing spices and traffic so chaotic even animals have learned to navigate it. But beyond the temples and bustling cities, India is home to some of the most bizarre, terrifying, and fascinating creatures on the planet. From a snake that can kill with one bite to a bird that sounds like it's laughing at you, India's wildlife is a mix of beauty, danger, and sheer weirdness. Stick around, because what lurks in India's jungles, rivers, and deserts is more extraordinary than any Bollywood plot twist. Let's start with the Bengal tiger, the apex predator of India. If there's one animal that rules the Indian jungle, it's the Bengal tiger. This isn't just a big cat. It's a 500-pound, muscle-packed killing machine that can take down prey 3 times its size. Unlike other predators that go for the throat, Bengal tigers prefer the sneak attack. They stalk their target with the patience of a sniper, waiting for the perfect moment before launching a sprint that would make Olympic athletes jealous. And when they strike, one bite to the neck, and it's game over. Even crocodiles aren't safe. Tigers have been seen dragging them straight out of the water like it's just another Tuesday. Next, we have a well-known creature, the king cobra, the snake that can stand up and stare you down. Most snakes slither along the ground. The king cobra, it can raise a third of its body off the ground and look you dead in the eye. Growing up to 18 feet long, it's the longest venomous snake on Earth, and its venom can kill an elephant. But here's what makes it even scarier. It doesn't just bite. It hoods up, hisses like a broken steam pipe, and can chase intruders down if it feels provoked. Despite its fearsome reputation, king cobras aren't mindless killers. They're highly intelligent, recognize familiar humans, and even show parental care, guarding their eggs like reptilian bodyguards. Third on our list is the Indian leopard, the master of disguise. Tigers get all the attention, but leopards? They're the real ninjas of India's forests. Smaller than their tiger cousins, but just as deadly, Indian leopards are the ultimate stealth hunters. They can climb trees while carrying a fully grown deer, blend into shadows like ghosts, and even thrive in human-dominated landscape. In places like Mumbai, leopards prowl the city's outskirts, silently navigating slums and highways like urban assassins. And if they decide you're on the menu, you won't hear them coming? Next, there is the Indian peafowl, the flashiest bird in the jungle. Most birds try to stay hidden. The Indian peafowl, it wants all the attention. With its iridescent blue feathers and a tail that fans out into a shimmering, hypnotic display, the peacock is a walking work of art. But that majestic tail isn't just for show. It's a power move. Male peafowls use their plumage to impress females, shaking their feathers in a dance-off that determines who gets to pass on their dazzling genes. And if you ever hear a loud, almost human-like laugh in the forest, don't panic. It's probably just a peacock mocking you. One of the giants of the animal kingdom, the Indian elephant, the gentle giant with a short temper. At first glance, Indian elephants seem like peaceful, lumbering giants. But make no mistake, these creatures have serious attitude. Smaller than their African cousins, but no less powerful. Indian elephants are capable of uprooting trees, smashing vehicles, and if provoked, charging with the force of a wrecking ball. Despite their occasional mood swings, they're incredibly intelligent, emotional, and have strong family bonds. They mourn their dead, form lifelong friendships, and even recognize themselves in mirrors. But if one decides it doesn't like you, running is your only option. Next up is the mugger crocodile, the ancient river monster. If you think saltwater crocodiles are scary, meet the mugger crocodile. A 15-foot-long, prehistoric-looking beast that lurks in India's rivers, waiting for the perfect ambush. Muggers don't chase their prey. They sit motionless, disguised as floating logs, until an unsuspecting animal comes too close. Then, In a flash of muscle and teeth, they drag their victim underwater in a death roll that ensures escape is impossible. And the worst part? These crocs have been known to take down humans, making them one of India's deadliest predators. Here is a slightly less known animal, the Indian gaur, the buffest herbivore in the jungle. If cows ever hit the gym, they'd look like the Indian gaur. This absolute tank of an animal stands over 6 feet tall at the shoulder and can weigh over a ton. Unlike domestic cattle, gaurs don't run from danger. When faced with a predator, they lower their massive heads, flex their rippling muscles, and charge like 4-legged battering rams. Even tigers hesitate to attack them. When the top predator in the jungle thinks twice, you know you're dealing with something serious. Another animal resident of India is the dhole, the wolf pack that doesn't play fair. Wolves are cool, but dholes, they're straight up savage. These rust-colored wild dogs don't just hunt, they terrorize. With incredible stamina and razor-sharp coordination, dhole packs can take down prey much larger than themselves. And unlike lions or tigers that finish off their kill quickly, dholes eat their prey alive. But don't mistake them for mindless killers. They have complex social structures, playful personalities, and an eerie, high-pitched whistle they use to communicate. It's cute until you realize it's their version of saying, "Dinner is served." Here is an unusual one, the Indian star tortoise, the slowest escape artist. You wouldn't expect a tortoise to be a master escape artist, but the Indian star tortoise is no ordinary reptile. Its shell isn't just for protection. It's designed to break up its outline, making it nearly invisible in dry grasslands. Predators often overlook it completely. And if someone tries to grab it, it tucks in its limbs and becomes an unbreakable armored ball waiting for danger to pass. It's living proof that you don't need speed when you've got a defense strategy that's been working for thousands of years. Next is the rhesus macaque, the monkey with no chill. Rhesus macaques are cute, small, and intelligent, but they're also little troublemakers. These monkeys have adapted to city life so well that they steal food from markets, snatch sunglasses off tourists, and even figure out how to open car doors. And if you try to fight back, good luck. They hold grudges, work in groups, and have been known to harass people for days if they feel disrespected. Let me introduce the Indian pangolin, the walking pine cone with built-in armor. Pangolins are weird. They look like tiny dinosaurs. They have no teeth, and they survive entirely on ants and termites. But their real superpower? Their armor. When threatened, pangolins curl into a tight, indestructible ball, their scales acting like medieval chainmail. Even tigers can't bite through them. Despite their defenses, pangolins are in serious danger. Poached for their scales, they're one of the most trafficked animals in the world. The final Indian resident on our list is the great Indian bustard, the bird that almost went extinct from overconfidence. This massive turkey-like bird is one of the heaviest flying birds in the world. But despite its ability to fly, it prefers strutting around like it owns the place. Unfortunately, that confidence led to its downfall. Because it didn't bother to fly away from hunters, its population plummeted. Now critically endangered, the great Indian bustard is proof that sometimes a little humility can save your life. India's wildlife isn't just diverse, it's legendary. Whether it's the silent stalk of a leopard, the brute force of a gaur, or the eerie hiss of a cobra, one thing is clear. This country isn't just home to incredible animals. It's home to some of the most powerful, intelligent, and fearsome creatures on the planet.